Welcome to another episode of Kookievision. In this video, I'm going to be making some Valentine sugar cookies. I'm going to start out with the first shape that I'm doing, and this is a nice vintage bluish green, kind of like a Tiffany green or Tiffany blue, and I'm just outlining a heart-shaped sugar cookie with a number 2 tip, piping consistency of this color, and then flooding it in with the same color in a flooding consistency that I have here in a squeeze bottle. And I'm just going to use my scribe tool to even everything out, get rid of any air bubbles, and bring all of the icing towards the edges. Now while this icing is still wet, I want to add some polka dots. So I've got a squeeze bottle here with a number 2 tip on it, but you can use a regular squeeze bottle. It doesn't have to have a coupler or a tip attachment. And I'm just piping little dots into the green, and they will sink into the green and become level as they dry together. And that was a white flooding consistency royal icing. Now I've let this dry overnight, and now I've got a piping consistency white royal icing here with a number 1 tip. And I'm piping a few lines going across horizontally and then a few lines going downwards vertically. And on each side of those lines, I'm just doing a bow shape as well as a little swirl at the bottom. And I've got myself some big sugar pearls here, and I'm just going to put one in the middle. And there we go, a very simple Valentine's Day sugar cookie. It kind of looks like a little present or a gift of some sort. So to go with it, I chose this nice light pink color because I thought it went really well with the other color. You just want to choose basically 2 colors that go well together. So I'm doing pink and this nice vintage green/blue. Anyways, I've outlined this new shape here with a number 2 tip, piping consistency pink, and I drew 4 lines to divide the heart from the top into 5 different sections. And I'm basically filling in section 1, 3, and 5 with a flooding consistency pink here. And I'm just going to use my scribe tool to even everything out. Now the reason why I'm not filling in all of the sections all at the same time is because I want a nice clearly defined line between all of the sections, kind of like a quilting technique. And I just wanted to make sure that none of the sections touch. So it's always good to do basically skipping a section so that they're not touching and they won't flood into each other. I've got a squeeze bottle here with flooding consistency white, and this one has a number 2 tip on it. You can use any squeeze bottle as long as the opening is fairly small. And I'm just piping a series of polka dots just to match my previous green heart that I did. They nicely match this way when you use aspects from one heart and put those same aspects into the next one, and I chose the polka dots. So I've let these 3 sections crust over, and now I'm doing the second section and the 4th section. And this time I'm not going to put any polka dots in them. I'm just going to leave it nice plain pink. And you could definitely do polka dots in these spaces. I just want to give a little bit more of a contrast between the sections. And I'm just using my scribe tool to get rid of any air bubbles and bring the icing towards the edge, making sure that those lines stay nice and crisp and curved. And I'm going to let this cookie dry overnight. Now, if you don't have that many cookies to do, it's not a big deal to let it dry overnight, but since I have so many cookies that I'm usually doing at a time, it's better to space out the steps a bit more. So I've got a piping consistency white here with a number 1 tip, and I just did a little loop-de-loop with some swirls at the bottom and then centered it with a sugar pearl. And that's it for the second heart that I made. And you can see that it matches the first heart that I made, so they both look like little Valentine's Day gifts. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like me on Facebook and on Instagram. Bye!